If you've been thinking about moving to the Jackson metro area and Flowood is on your list of areas to look at, in this video we're going to be looking at the top 5 neighborhoods in Flowood under 300,000. What's up everybody, my name is Jared Laster. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams right here in the Jackson metro area, and if you are new to the channel and you want to know everything that there is to know about working, eating, sleeping, living, and playing right here in the Jackson metro, well, there's only one thing you need to do. Get down there, hit that subscribe button, click the bell, and that way you'll get notified every time we make a new video just like this one. And if you're somebody who is just a little bit closer to making that move, well, we get calls from people like you every day. We absolutely love it. We really want to help you out. So go ahead and reach out to us. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even, hey, really y'all, it's just whatever you got to do to get in touch with us, because we're going to take care of you finding your new home here in the Jackson metro. Now, speaking of finding a new home, today we're going to be looking at the Flowood area and the best 6 neighborhoods in Flowood that you can move to for under 300,000. So we're going to be looking at things like location, convenience. We will talk about the price because there's a little variation, and amenities in those neighborhoods too, so that you'll kind of know within those neighborhoods what's there, what you can do, what's around them, and what each one kind of costs to get into. And we're starting today with the first neighborhood on the list, which is also the most affordable one on the list, and that is Laurelwood. Laurelwood is going to be pretty much right in the center of Flowood. It's pretty close to the Dogwood Shopping Center, kind of where that intersects Old Fannin Road and Lakeland Drive. So it's right there off of that, just to the north there, so it's easy to get to those things if you want to get there. And Laurelwood is a pretty good sized neighborhood, and they do have some great amenities. They've got some trails, they've got a neighborhood clubhouse and pool, so that's really nice to have that, especially at this price point. Because in the Laurelwood neighborhood, the median home price for the last 6 months for things that have sold is $184,900. And the highest price that's sold in there in the last 6 months is $225,000. So that tells you that the neighborhood really is pretty affordable. It's not super expensive, but it is in a great location, and it does come with some great amenities. Now, the homes that you can buy in Laurelwood for those prices, they're gonna run about 1,500 to 1,800 square feet. Most of those are 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes with, you know, some 4 bedrooms sprinkled in there. And that comes out to an average per square foot price at $116 per foot. And that's a pretty good price. That tells you it's a pretty affordable neighborhood, which is pretty amazing considering all the amenities and the great location. And add all that together, that's going to tell you why the average days on the market on there is just 14. And to be honest, average is not the best number to look at there. If you look at the median number, it's just 4 days on market. The only reason the average is higher is because there's a couple that sat for longer for various other reasons. If it's a move-in ready house, be expecting it to be about 4 days or even less right now with the market the way it is. And you'll see that kind of thing in the rest of these neighborhoods too. But you know, Laurelwood, it's in a great spot, great location, great prices. So if we were giving away an award for best value, Laurelwood might win that for Flowood neighborhood, because you know, it's got it all, it's right there, and it's affordable. And as great as that neighborhood is, I just want to tell you, you definitely want to stick around to the end of this video, because the last neighborhood is really going to surprise you. And the next neighborhood on the list, just down Wirtz Road from where Laurelwood is going to be Aubrey Hills. Now, Aubrey Hills, like I said, you coming down Wirtz Road, there's a great walking or biking trail that runs kind of from where the Winter Circle Park is all the way down to Aubrey Hills and beyond. So you've got that living in there. It's a nice scenic area. You've got kind of a horse barn and pasture there as you're coming around the corner on Wirtz Road to get from Winter Circle Park to Aubrey Hills. So it's just really kind of a nice, pretty place to be in Flowood, and it's still pretty close to everything that Laurelwood is close to. A little bit set back from it, but really not very far. And this neighborhood for the last 6 months has had a median home price of $214,000, but really only 3 have sold in there, with an average day on market of just 2 days. So obviously pretty popular neighborhood, and that's just gonna be because of the price point and the location. You know, it's got that right there, and that's what people are looking for right now. Inventory is just limited in the market that we have. So if you're trying to buy a home in really any of these neighborhoods, expect them to move quickly. Only 3 sold in that neighborhood. the highest one, you know, the median was 214, the highest was 215. So again, only 3. But that tells you it's a great neighborhood. The people that live there, they're not really going anywhere right now. So they're sticking around because they like the neighborhood and they like the area. Even though that neighborhood, being a smaller neighborhood, it's just kind of a rectangular loop, it doesn't have a pool or some of the bigger neighborhood amenities, but kind of the location, the price really makes up for that. And if Aubrey Hills sounds like a great neighborhood for you, but maybe you want just a little bit more space, well, Bel Ridge is probably going to be the answer for you because it is right down from there. It's not even maybe a half a mile away from where Aubrey Hills is. You keep going on Worths Road and there you are at Bel Ridge. Now Bel Ridge is actually laid out pretty similarly to Aubrey Hills. They're both kind of rectangular loop neighborhoods. They're not big neighborhoods, and just like Aubrey Hills, doesn't really have some of the bigger neighborhood amenities you know, that you would get within the neighborhood, like a pool or trails or things like that. But you do have the trail running through that runs all the way past Aubrey Hills, all the way up to Winter Circle Park. So that's all right there. It's nice to be close to that. And you're still close to everything that Flowood has without being just right in the center of it. So there's definitely some great things about there. The houses in Bel Ridge are gonna be a little bit bigger. Aubrey Hills were closer to about 1,600. Bel Ridge is gonna run about 1,800 to 2,100 square feet. So a little bit bigger. And the houses in Bel Ridge also a little bit newer than what's over in Aubrey Hills. Those built in around 2009. These built 2013, 2014 or so. So a little bit newer, a little bit bigger. Still mostly 3.2s with a few 4.2s, maybe 3 2.5s, kind of mixed in with that. But all that comes together in Bel Ridge for a median home price of $274,500 or an average per square foot price of $134. And if you actually go back, Aubrey Hills per square foot price was also $134. So I mean, that kind of tells you really you're paying about the same for each neighborhood. But in Bel Ridge, you've got a little bit newer houses and they're a little bit bigger, and that's why the price point is just a little bit higher. One special note, in Bel Ridge compared to Aubrey Hills, Bel Ridge is actually within the Pinelands or Hugh Ward PID. It's just a kind of an improvement area where they have a yearly fee that you have to pay in addition to your property tax, and you do have to pay that there in Bel Ridge. That's typically going to be about $400 a month that you'll pay to that Hugh Ward PID in addition to the normal property taxes, which Aubrey Hills is not a part of. So Aubrey Hills isn't, but Bel Ridge is. And we've got 3 more neighborhoods to go. So let's get into the next one. All right, the next neighborhood on the list is going to be Gardens of Mansher. Now, Gardens of Mansher is a bigger neighborhood than the last 2 were, and it's still actually, if you take that trail that ran by Aubrey Hills and Bel Ridge and follow it on around, you can actually get to Gardens of Mansher from there. So again, I love the trail. The trail is great running through there for any kind of outdoor activity that you want to do there. But being a bigger neighborhood, Gardens of Mansher does actually come with some amenities. So it's got its own little trail with a nice little, I'll say pond. I don't know if it's quite enough to be a lake, but you know, it's a good little waterside trail there. And that is also right next to the clubhouse and pool. And that's actually pretty new there. It's a newer development of Gardens of Mansher to have that neighborhood pool, and it's really nice. Again, it's not a big area where all these neighborhoods are, so you're still close to all those great things, except now you're in a little bigger neighborhood, so you're gonna have a little more of those nice neighborhood amenities. The Gardens of Mansher has been built over the last 10 years. There's actually still some new construction houses for sale in there, and I believe they're gonna be building some more. So probably not done there in Gardens of Mansher, still some new houses in there. If brand new is what you're looking for, expect those to inch up a little bit closer to that 300 mark. But for a median price, the median sale price in Gardens of Mansher has been $264,000, and that makes it an average per foot price of $137 per square foot. So inching up a little bit more than what you were paying in Bel Ridge, but not too much more. Now those houses in that price range, they're gonna be mostly, again, 3.2s, 4.2s, 3 2.5s. That's really what all of these neighborhoods have. There is a little bit more of a size range, about 1,600 to 2,100 square feet in Gardens of Mansher. And again, that price can be a little bit skewed because some of those are still brand new construction homes being sold within the neighborhood. So you've got those along with the resales that are going on at the same time. The highest priced home that did sell in Gardens of Manship in the last 6 months sold for $299,900. So that neighborhood is staying under that 300 point pretty much for the whole neighborhood for now. But as things continue to progress, the market's gotten tighter, new homes are being built, I expect that neighborhood to break that barrier pretty soon. And again, if you're looking for a home and you like Gardens of Manship, that sounds good to you, I'm pretty much going to say this for every neighborhood, but be prepared for them to move quickly. The median days on market for a house in Gardens of Manship is just 15 days, and I'm telling you, a lot actually sold under 7, some in just 1 or 2 days. So be prepared for that. For our next neighborhood, we're jumping across Highway 25 to Abundance Point. Now, Abundance Point is close to Lateran and Lineage Lake, which are both very nice neighborhoods with homes that get in the upper 6, 7, 800,000, even $1 million range. So nice things in there for sure. Abundance Point, it's mostly sticking below our $300,000 target, with the median sale price in Abundance Point being just $253,750. But it did actually, the neighborhood does go above 300. There's actually a new construction home in there for sale right now that's, I think, sitting at 365 when I wrote the notes for this video. So, you know, it does get higher than that, but you can definitely buy homes in this neighborhood for under 300,000 when they're available. Again, the market is just tight. Things aren't coming up very often. So be ready to jump on it when they do. Now, these homes are similar in size to the ones that we've already talked about in Gardens of Manship and Bel Ridge, but the price per square foot is creeping up a little bit higher to $140 per square foot. So just be prepared. You know, we are getting into a higher price point, but it does come with some great amenities because it does have a clubhouse and a pool, and it's also in an area where Flowood is really expanding into, so you can expect more growth around there, which may help property values in that neighborhood go up even more in the future, which if you're buying a house there, that's what you want. Now, if Abundance Point does sound like a great place for you to move into, right now there's only one available, and it's that new construction that I mentioned that's $365,000. So it doesn't really fit in our criteria. So, you know, if you are interested in that neighborhood, definitely let me know. I can keep you updated if something new comes on the market that's gonna fit under that 300 price point, and definitely make sure that you don't miss out on it. And the last neighborhood on the list is actually the only gated neighborhood on the list, and it's still fitting below our price point of 300,000. The neighborhood we're going to is Belle Mead. Pretty much usually ranging 230 to 300,000. With a median price point of 258,000. So it's in that range. Those houses built from about 2000 to 2004, and anywhere from about 2,000 to 2,800 square feet. So there's a good range of different types and sizes of homes in there. Now the lots generally a little bit smaller, but there's some that are actually more average size, so it's not too bad. You know, if you wanted a bigger yard, there are some in there that you can use, but for the most part, I like it because there's enough that you can use, but not so much that you have to spend hours outside taking care of it all the time, especially in this 90, 100 degree heat and the 90%, 100% humidity. I'm telling y'all, it gets tough out there taking care of that. I don't really care to do it, so I appreciate a small but usable yard. And that's what you get here in Belle Mead, along with a great home that's close to everything. I mean, it's right in the middle of everything. You walk out the neighborhood and you're in Dogwood. It's right there. You're the neighbor of Dogwood. So how can you beat that? Neighborhood right in the middle of Flowood. It's gated and it's under 300,000. So if that sounds like something you like, well, the only downside to the neighborhood is the people that live there love it. They don't move very often. Matter of fact, I had to go 18 months back in history just to get 5 sales. So in the last year and a half, only 5 homes have been on the market and sold in there. So that always tells you when people aren't leaving, it's a good place to be. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, giving you some insight into the different neighborhoods you can live in Flowood. If you'd like to see maybe different neighborhoods or some other things, get down in the comments, let us know. And again, if you like this, we'd love it if you give us a thumbs up. It really helps us out a lot. As always, subscribe and click that bell if you haven't already, so that you'll keep seeing the videos that we put out. And if you are someone who is just about to move to or get relocated to the Jackson Metro, I'm telling you, you gotta take it one step further. You gotta reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even bring out the megaphone. Y'all already know, it's just whatever you gotta do. Get in touch with us, because we're gonna take care of you finding your new home here in the Jackson Metro. Thank y'all for watching this one. See you next time.